Jill, is there anything else that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah, I think a lot of your people have been coming from the metaphysical realm. So one of the things that talks that I do is how to not take on other people's energies. So if there's really simple tools that we can do. So a lot of people have gone into this, they need to protect themselves and,
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier today, actually. Yeah, grounding.
Needing to protect yourself and prevent your, this psychic attack, which I hear people talking about and different things. So the tools of access are allowing you to actually step into your own, to trust your own knowingness of who you are and step into your beingness.
And not
so
fear
as
that
as an infinite being. So as an infinite being, would you be actually one with everything in the universe and the earth and everything else?
You are.
Right. So would an infinite being ever require protection from anything or anyone?
No, they're naturally protected.
Right.
They don't need protection in the first place.
There's nothing to protect you from if you're one with everything.
That's right.
Right. So basically, if you're actually in your, we do exercise I won't do now, but if you're in your expansiveness and you expand your being, good, you just did it. if you expand your being so that you're, include all of British Columbia here and all of Canada, the States, and the whole world, and expand your being out to include the sun and the moon, and all the planets and all the galaxies and all dimensions, all space and time, right? And you're that expanded in oneness with everything. And you just ask your being to do that, because what if your body's actually more conscious than you are? So we're tapping into the consciousness of your body,
right,
and your being. Then you have an experience of this oneness and what it's about. So if you're one with everything. So that's just by doing that and expanding your being and making yourself bigger, as opposed to diminishing your potency and contracting yourself and making yourself small and putting up all kinds of barriers and putting light around you and whatever it is that you actually do. Because by doing all of those things, you actually are limiting yourself and actually feeling more and taking on more. So if you actually do the opposite of
so
that...
So if you're taking on more, you're the reason you're taking on more.
Exactly. So if you actually expand your being and you're one with everything, then you will actually, you may perceive things, but you won't be operating from a place of thoughts, feelings, and emotions and taking on other people's stuff anymore.
Wow.
So you actually are perceiving as opposed to feeling, and you're just becoming bigger than everything that you're actually attempting to not take on.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing even some of our psychic and medium friends could benefit from something like that.
So what if you yourself were far more psychic than you actually give yourself credit for?
Yeah.
What if all of us are?
We all are.
What if we've just gone into the wrongness of ourselves and shut ourselves down and make ourselves less and haven't acknowledged all the talents, gifts, and abilities that we actually have, right? And so everything that brought up for anyone watching this that doesn't own the fact that they are actually far more psychic than they may contribute to themselves, and that they actually have far more talents, gifts, and abilities than they actually are aware of. So what percentage of the talents, gifts, and abilities would you say that you actually may be aware of?
Myself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, society tells me it's 7%, it's 10%.
I
would want to think it's a little bit more than that.
Yeah. So everywhere that you actually have shut down your awareness so that you actually can fit in to what society actually, limits you to,
yeah.
Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate all that?
Absolutely.
Okay, good, bad, right, wrong, POC and POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, so what I've just done. So Access's tools are about, bypassing your linear mind, assisting you and facilitating you to step out of polarity.
Can you say what you said for me a little
So
slower?
what I've just done is basically you're perceiving and following the energetics of something. And then Gary has this clearing statement, which is basically short speak. It's all acronyms. And each acronym has like probably a half or page explanation behind it.
Okay.
So it's good and bad, right and wrong, POC and POD, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So there's a long explanation to that.
Right.
But basically, so good, bad is what's good about this or what's bad about this. So good, bad is polarity. The same as right or wrong, or if you believe in like positive, negative energies or negative energies, it's all operating with polarity and duality. And POC and POD POC is point of creation. So it's actually taking you energetically back to just prior to the point that you actually adopted that belief or that point of view. Right. And POD is point of destruction, so it's just after that. So basically the clearing statement is actually discharging the electrical charge, releasing it from whatever your beliefs are around that. So it's one tool that we actually use to be able to undo, what's limiting you as far as your thoughts and beliefs.
And I didn't need to know that in order for it to work, did I?
No, you don't have to understand it. In fact, like your mind's a wonderful thing, so, like just totally like fry it, right? So by having your bars run or running clearing statements, your mind will actually turn to mush. So the whole goal of Access is to turn your mind to mush, absolutely, in a sense, and get you to a place where you actually have no point of view on anything. So by point of view, I mean all those, any self-defeating thoughts, beliefs, considerations, limitations that you've ever adopted as yours at any point in time, and to basically to transform that, to discharge that, so that it actually creates space, so that you actually have choice, and through choice you can actually have more awareness.
Wow.
So by doing that, it's like choice creates awareness. Awareness doesn't create choice. Okay?
Choice creates awareness. Awareness does not create choice.
Right. And so when I'll ask questions of someone to bring up the energy, so
basically, if awareness doesn't create choice, then all the decision making disappears.
Right.
If you're aware.
Right. Right. So anywhere that you've actually, any decisions, judgments, conclusions, computations, anywhere that you've ever decided this is the way something is, or you've actually come to an answer or conclusion that this is the way that something is in your life, would that be creating limitation or possibility?
Both. Or neither?
Yeah. So by basically coming to an answer, deciding that, okay, this is the way it is, then you are actually, anything that
was that due to the left brain? It just
yeah.
It's a vacation?
Yeah. So anywhere that you've actually decided that this is the way something is, you are actually not able to receive anything that doesn't actually match that.
Right. Because your belief only goes that far.
Right. So in order to expand to more possibilities,
keep evolving your belief systems.
Yeah. So we actually ask questions. So if you live within the question, so a question actually empowers and an answer disempowers. So, for example, if something happens in your life, instead of going into, oh, well, this is good or bad or whatever, to step out of that, you can just say, how's it get any better than this? To everything that happens in your life. So whether you get in a car accident or whether you win the lottery, you go, oh, how's it get any better than this? So Gary talks about this woman, the story, but she basically, like she found $10 and went like, oh, how's it get any better than this? Got in a taxi, went somewhere, got out of the taxi, and she went and there was something glittery in the curb, and she went and picked it up, and it was a diamond bracelet. And there was a couple of other things before that, but anyhow, the final thing is the diamond bracelet she picked up, and she went, oh, can't get any better than this. So she closed the door to anything else.
Oh, because
the energy flow into her. Right. So it's all about Access, about starting to live within the question.
Right.
And opening up to more possibilities every day, as opposed to coming to answer on anything ever.
Well, I'm out of questions. And you've shared a lot today. Tonight? Yeah. It's night now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's night.
And I just want to say thank you, Jill.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation, for becoming a part of Astral, if I may say that.
Oh, absolutely.
And
you're not
letting me become a part of you and your reality, if I may call it that.
Yeah.
And I hope we grow together, and I hope we endeavor in many things together.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to find out more information on the clearing statement and that, they can go to accessconsciousness.com, and I have a profile page there. So any classes that I do or introductory talks like at Astral Connections here, or any workshops that I'm going to be offering will be actually posted there. So and there's also a full page of a bio on myself there as well.
We'll have that on the Astral website too.
Yeah, and actually, because Access Consciousness tools can apply to any area of your life, so if you actually could choose anything to change in your life, what would it be?
If I could choose
any area of your life that you'd like to change, what would it be?
Success.
Success. Cool. So whether for the viewing audience, whether it's success or your body or your financial situation or your relationships, you know, or whatever it is, Access tools can be applied to that, you know, great for any issue, addictions, anything. So maybe we can put out a sheet with different topics that people would like, and then I can...
And you can Kira talk
like here at Astral Connections,
and
then
awesome.
If I do one talk a month here, then we can actually, I can custom a talk for your clients. Absolutely. And for your audience that come through here, and I'd be more than happy to do that. So people need to come in and see you and give you feedback.
Come and give me feedback, and come and give me topics, and come to Jill's talk coming up. Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.